You guys ready for Joe's Card Stash? Thoughts on UFC Immaculate? Let's get into it. And what's going on, y'all? A little bit of a flashback there because I don't use that intro anymore. But Joe got it for one last time this time. How are y'all doing? My name is Matt. Joe from Joe's Card Stash is right over here. And we are back here with our monthly UFC Sports Card live chat. We haven't been here for 2 months, Joe, but, it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We kind of let everyone relax over the holidays. We're back here for 2024. How have you been over the past couple of months, Joe? Let all the people know, man.
I've been good, man. Yeah, it's that whole holiday time. Like, I actually buy a lot of cards during that time because cards are cheap. But I wasn't opening stuff or anything like that. So it seemed like a good time to take a little bit of time off, and it's nice to be refreshed. We got a new year, new things to talk about. So I'm excited.
Yeah, dude, a lot of new things to talk about. A few things I want to run past you because there's a lot of things on my mind when it comes to UFC cards. And, I almost feel like as a person that's been other sport collector over the past few years, like before UFC came to Panini, maybe your input would, I guess, make a little bit more sense to the audience than just having my input and just seeing if like that's how things happen. But with that being said, we truly appreciate each and every single one of you for stopping by and spending your time hanging out with us here tonight. So let's go ahead and shout out the chat. Up first, we've got Lush Low Main, the Golden Octagon with Joe's Card Stash class in session. Hell yeah. Appreciate you stopping by tonight, Lush. You are an absolute gem mint, sir. That's what you are. What's up, fellas? No doubt UFC card content is at an all-time. Much respect for your time and efforts. Looking forward today and beyond. Cheers. So appreciate you, Matty Mac. Thank you for stopping by, brother. And then we got Austin in here, 99% certain Immaculate is about to be shat up on thoroughly.
That's 100%.
And then we got attention span trash here, 99.9997. Basically 100. We got Dana here. Let's go. We got DK displays. Joe, Matt, what's going on, DK? How you doing, brother? And then love that intro. Yeah, we got a little bit of a flashback. Yeah, a little bit of flashback there. Let's go. Good day, gentlemen. How you doing? Khabib 29-0. Appreciate you stopping by. And goat status. Thank you, DK. You're a gentleman, sir. And then I feel like a Fight Club opening up the UFC card goats. I appreciate you. Long live Joe and Matt. Shout out to Go Bulls for stopping by here. Yeah, what's going on, y'all? We are back, baby. Indeed. The background contrast is very yin and yang. Yeah, nice. Damn, everyone's here. Everybody is here. What's going on, Natty Beast Cat? Great horse rips. We appreciate all y'all for stopping by, hanging out with us. If you don't know how this happens, me and Joe come on here about one time a month and just chat UFC cards. Let you guys ask some questions if you have any. Just give our thoughts on the thoughts and opinions on the hobby in general as a whole right now and upcoming sets and everything like that. Joe, we really don't have a set for how today is going to work because, you kind of reach out to me. You're like, do you have anything you want to talk about? I was like, yeah, just thoughts on Immaculate that you didn't cover, UFC cards moving forward, and, just kind of banter about UFC cards as a whole. But Joe, is there anything that you haven't said about 2023 Immaculate yet that you feel like here's your chance to get off your chest? Like you did your video, but after watching it, is there anything you're like, man, there was one thing I wish I would have said?
I've done a complete 180. It's my favorite set by far ever made. It's I'm the same. I got most of it. There's shit. I wish I should have done some research. Somebody hit me up and mentioned to me that I didn't even know about this, but when they first released it, there was like a whole bunch of people on the checklist that actually don't have cards in it. So there was people in breaks buying spots for guys that don't even have cards in there. So it's just like another thing they did. And you know, I hate to beat, you know, a company when they're down, but like, come on, guys. Like, you know, like that's all we got right now is Panini. Like, put some effort into this shit, please, man. And I am noticing like the prices, like, you know, I watch prices on eBay and they're just free falling. Like those cards are really going down. And again, like we were just talking about, like seeing people buy these redemptions is crazy to me, because I don't know how you have any faith that redemptions are going to be filled. So I wouldn't touch an immaculate redemption right now. I mean, like I said, I have redemptions there and I don't think they're going to get filled. I'm going to get some weird ass replacement. I don't even know how they figure out how, like I had a Anderson Silva and they sent me a Dominic Cruz and a Derek Lewis. I'm like, does a Dominic Cruz plus a Derek Lewis equal an Anderson Silva? Is there like math there or something? Like,
yeah, I don't think so, dude. They're just so out of touch as to who are good fighters, you know, who the hobby wants. Just, dude, you just shouldn't see some of these fighters included at all in like half the sets. Like, it's like there are other fighters you guys should have, like, you guys are including legends that, you know, like, I get it. Some legends are cool, but can we at least vote for the legends that you guys are like adding? Like, you know, it's like, come on now. Like, I just feel like they just really dropped the ball here at the end, dude. And like, they actually had quite of a good thing going there at the very end of 2023. And then like all of a sudden now it's like, here, let's give y'all 3 or 4 good products right in a row, and then let's leave y'all with the worst fucking product that we've ever given y'all.
well, I think a lot about what you say about the final products, the Chronicles and all that stuff. They were good because they were just dumping stickers. So you're getting way more autographs than normal. So it made the products way more juice than usual. But, you know, I mean, I liked Optic. I didn't like Chronicles. I just bought it for the kabooms. And after that, I felt dirty because I was like, man, I just sold my soul. I don't like this.
But even like, I guess the chances at like just a few numbered things. Like, I like that opportunity as where they could have done that with every single blaster, you know, just put 2 extra parallels with like a retail gold, like a retail black, and then whatever else you guys want to do. But it's like with over half the blaster products, they just didn't do that. Like, you know, it's like I almost feel like they really missed a lot of the market there. And correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, does Topps like include their parallels as a whole throughout all their products? Because I forgot if it was one product that I was opening, I got like an out of 8 out of like a blaster, and I was like, I thought like it was like a hobby pool exclusively, but Topps might be different. I was like opening up some like soccer or like something like that. I was like, you know, like what the hell? Like I thought this was only from a hobby, and you know, but I know Topps does some different stuff. And I think I saw like a superfractor one time being pulled out of a blaster. So I don't know if they just put their parallels in like all their products and they're like, go find them, or if they're like exclusive ones to Topps.
My understanding, so the thing about Topps is like, you know, it's just baseball right now, and I'm not a big baseball collector. I've started getting into it and following it just because I know, you know, they're going to have UFC soon. So I kind of do want to watch, you know, like what is in the products and stuff. But I remember last year somebody did get a superfractor out of a blaster. Some kid did. So they do put, you know, really, really high-end cards in there. I don't know how juiced the blasters are for like, you know, Topps Chrome and stuff like that. You know, obviously they're always going to have to make hobby boxes, you know, have more stuff than retail. But hopefully, like you said, it's just put a couple things in there, you know, maybe like, you know, a numbered card or 1 or 2 or something like that. That makes it all worth it. And, you know, make the autographs good. And I mean, there's, you know, the thing about me and Topps coming up is I just hope there's people there that like talk to people that collect. Like, I hope there's someone in the room like that knows what we all feel about and can like convey that. I really hope that is there, but I have no idea. I mean, shit, we don't even know that they have it. They haven't announced that they have the license yet. So we're kind of in this just dark area of like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. So speaking on that, Joe, I saw you posted on your thing a few months ago. It was like a 2024 Topps Chrome UFC packet. It was like leaked.
Mhm.
Do we really know how real that was, or like was it just like it could have easily been like photoshopped? Like it was a blurry
Yeah.
photo, you know?
There's no way to know. The most concrete fact we have is what's his name? The CEO of Fanatics, Michael Rubin, said in an interview that you can find we are going to have the UFC license in 2024. He said that verbatim in an interview. So that's the most concrete evidence we have. I looked at that photo as a photographer. Like, I looked at that photo closely, and honestly, if somebody did make that, they did a really good job, because what they chose to put on the cover is really weird. The type of the parallels that, because it talks about those sepias that used to be in 2019 Chrome, just stuff like that. It was like, if I was going to make a fake Topps Chrome box, I'd probably make it a little more crazy than that. Like, it actually seemed pretty real that it might be. And it did look like somebody who was basically brought their phone out at a factory and took a photo of something they weren't supposed to be taking a photo of, because that's why it's all blurry and fast. So I thought it looked pretty legit, but there's no way to know. If you have somebody who's pretty creative, they could have done that. But like I said, yeah, the Michael Rubin thing, him saying that, and then I think everyone's like wondering if Panini's going to keep the license, but the way they were getting rid of autographs, that just screams like we're done. Like it happened with Topps when Topps lost it. They just put out 1 million autographs, because what are they going to do with those stickers? It's like,
Exactly, dude. And then that we got striking signatures where it was like just one card. So, Joe, let's get to a few more comments real quick, and then I have one question that I need to ask you. I've been waiting to ask you this for like a few days now, and I'm glad to actually have the opportunity. Couple of wow, what am I saying here? Couple of good-looking Gem Mint 10s. Good to see you guys collabing again. I appreciate you, Jaden, for stopping by, brother. We're like BGS 9s, but that mustache is 9.5. Hell yeah, brother. You got to give the stash that BGS 10. What is it, like that black label, like BGS 10?
I'll dig it.
They sent me a Herb Dean and Dean Thomas. Yeah, I got a Dominic Cruz and a Derek Lewis for my gold Alistair Overeem.
Oh, they sent you the same cards?
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Appreciate you stopping by. Her Nick, they definitely don't stop, especially Fanatics. Expectations almost too high for Topps Fanatics. That's how I kind of feel too. Can't wait for Topps to come back. 185 on 2019 Chrome Blaster, $60 on 2010 Blaster. Didn't hit squat, rather pay for this modern day junk. Yeah, like Joe, the amount that the older Topps prices are costing, and the best hit that you can get out of one of those doesn't even come close. It's like the best thing you're going to get out of there, maybe like $2,000, but like that box is like well over $2,000. Yeah.
It's all rarity. That's what people don't realize. That's why I talk so negatively about Panini, is that I don't mind what Panini did as far as designs. Like, I love Panini cards, but they just made way too much of this stuff. So like, you look back at those old Topps boxes, they're that expensive because you can't find them anywhere. Like, they're just so rare. And that makes prices, I mean, it makes them out of whack. Like you said, the singles aren't worth what's in those boxes, but I love opening that shit. I mean, that's my goal this year, is to open a couple old boxes. I might even try to see if I can get into a round one box, but I would need like 2 or 3 people, maybe probably 4 people to go in with me, but that's like, as I said, I'm like really into PCing right now, and to be able to open one and get them fresh out of pack would be so cool to me. I like old boxes too, because it's like a time machine, going back to the old days.
Yeah, you just gotta hope that the corners are all right.
Yeah. It's crazy when you see like, these things are sealed and they're still pretty messed up in there, because like, they get moved from one counter to another, and they're getting bashed around for 10 years.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. And like, you can open up, and you guys will actually see this. You guys can open up a brand new box, and you can come across a few cards that are kind of beat up on the edges, and you guys will see that this upcoming week, because I got a fantastic card, a little beat up on the edges, but still a great card to have, and I might have to get Joe's card stash to fix that one day when I meet him in person because I would like to have that one a Gem Mint, but it is what it is. We got that tangy snack in here with the $1.99 donation.
Nice.
Cheers, everyone! Appreciate you stopping by tonight. That tangy snack, truly appreciate it, brother. Have you checked out PFL cards, Joe? I believe Dan is always in here asking, or there's someone else always in here asking, trying to get me to open PFL cards, and I'm like, man, there's zero chance I'm opening up any PFL cards. They have one set, but I'm just not spending the money to even open it. I'm just not interested in it. Are you interested in opening up PFL cards, or maybe seeing a market for one championship or Bellator, Joe?
I mean, I would, just because I've photographed a couple people that fight in one and Bellator. Aaron Pico, who was in Bellator. I guess it's all combined now, but he's a great guy. I'd love to have one of his cards. One championship, the Rotolo twins, who are two young jiu-jitsu guys. I photographed them. So I don't know. It's kind of cool to me, but I don't know how collectible and stuff like that it is. And I just don't follow that much. So, I mean, for me, I've always thought, like, I concentrate on UFC cards. I also like basketball cards and football cards, but there's only so much time in the day. I mean, I'm already on my phone looking at this shit constantly, and I don't need too many more cards in my life.
I feel you, dude. I feel you, Joe. I like, if you guys saw this, you'd be like, you're an animal. You're an animal. We got a 99-cent super sticker for Attention Span Trash. Appreciate your donation over here, brother. Spending your hard-earned money over here on the channel. Any news on who's signing redemptions from Immaculate, Makayev, Islam, Shavkat? You know anything, Joe?
No, I mean, the only thing I've seen is Bo Nichols' redemptions from Prism, I think. Wherever he signed the previous sets, those have started popping up. But I haven't seen any redemptions from Immaculate being signed.
Okay, well, yeah.
And I think Bo just signed those when he did the Immaculate cards, so.
Yeah, I have a Islam that I'm currently waiting on.
Me too. Man, we got the same redemptions.
From I have a Izzy and I have an Izzy from Select 2023 and an Immaculate from Islam, and just kind of waiting on those and hoping that we get something. I don't know, dude. You can get a box for about 30 cents. I believe it. I'm not sure.
I don't know. That
Want to help me out, Joe?
I have no idea.
UFC providing some crazy fight cards already in 24. $299 is smoked. Yeah, I know me and Joe are both absolutely stoked for UFC 299. But yeah, Joe, we've got through all these comments now. This question that's been on my mind. I thought that as far as this past year, from this past year on, I didn't think Panini was able to make, basketball and football cards anymore because they lost the license. If you log on to Panini's site right now, it looks like they're still, releasing stuff as they did last year, dude. Do you think
they didn't lose basketball or football? That's 2026.
Got you. Okay. So, I guess, I guess that makes a lot more sense then. I guess I didn't know that. I guess, but because I don't know. I guess I had heard a few people ask me, and I was like, bro, I have no clue. Do you think Panini continues to make an unlicensed product?
I've heard that too. It's weird. So they make unlicensed baseball cards, and the unlicensed baseball cards, they can't use the teams. But with UFC, like, what couldn't they use? Like, there's no teams. So I guess they just wouldn't be able to say UFC on them. But other than that, it would look like a normal card. So possibly, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, the people that have mentioned that to me, I'm like, would you want Panini and Topps at the same time? Like, that just seems like so many cards. Again, like, I'm all for less cards. I feel like the market's just getting way flooded. It's why the prices keep going down. We don't need both companies making cards, especially if Panini's unlicensed, and then they're going to be fighting for exclusive autographs. So you can only get one fighter in one set, one fighter in another set. I would rather just Topps grabs it and just goes. And I mean, I like Panini cards, don't get me wrong, but I'm happy with either. I mean, I guess I would be fine if Panini kept it too. I just want somebody to make cards,
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at, Joe. It's just like, whether it's Topps or Panini, I just hope by the time March, April comes around, I hope we have some kind of news, whether when the first set's coming out for 2024, because that's around the time that I like the Panini put their cards out. I really don't know around the time of year that Topps would put their cards out, because I came in after Flagship was already out for the most part. So I was around.
Hold up 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. You can take some questions.
All right. Yeah, so I was around when 2020 Topps Striking came out, and that was like $30. And then once Topps lost a license, those went up to about $100 each, and I was like, no chance I'm going to continue to buy those. So until I guess Joe's already back right here. Yeah. So I just hope that the pricing is where it should be at for Topps when it comes out, and it comes out soon. That's my thing. Just soon, and the pricing is directed toward the UFC market when it comes to UFC cards. Because I think I'm almost positive that everyone is on the same note now that Panini just really missed the mark first year that they did UFC cards, because it was just like, bro, I was able to get one box and then I couldn't buy anything else for a few months, dude. It's just like, it was absolutely nuts. It was over $1,000 for the 2021 Prism box that I bought, and it's just like, well, this is the only thing I can afford for 3 months now until the next set, dude. I couldn't even buy Select because I was still paying off my Prism box.
Yeah,
I didn't get any 2021's like the Select Hobby. I only got the H2 because it's the only thing that I could afford. Just so much money. But yeah. So all right. So Joe's saying that.
If you want, it's all guessing at this point. My fear, there's one fear I have, and this is probably the worst case scenario. The WWE is in court with Panini because they wanted to end their license and Panini sued them. My fear is now that Endeavor owns both WWE and UFC, that UFC might be locked up in court with Panini as well, which means maybe either of them can't release cards until the court case is done. And if that's the case, then we're kind of fucked. But I don't know that. I have no clue, but we'll see.
Yeah, dude. But that's more information like that I've even heard. Like, everyone just asked me, and I'm like, hey, man, just still waiting to hear some kind of news. Yeah, it's just like, I guess people look to us like we just know something that other people don't do. And it's like, hey, man, if you just understood that I'm just a regular guy that just happens to record when I open up my cards, and people liked it one day, dude. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any inside information or anything like that. I really wish I did. I wish a person would reach out to me. It's like, hey, you can leak this UFC card news. I would be so stoked, dude. But yeah, no one's ever done that, and I guess a few dudes will be in the comments like, see, I told you like this was going to happen. And it's like, well, where are you now? Because you've been saying this was going to happen for all these years. And then now 2024 is here. I don't see you popping up in the comments no more saying, Topps got the license now. So yeah, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, I just keep my ear out to interviews with people that work there and stuff like that. I did have a friend who worked at Panini for a while, and he was giving me a lot of info back in the day because he knew all the UFC guys. But he left. He went over. Actually, he's at Topps now, but I don't talk to him. He's not anywhere near the UFC part of that. He works for a baseball part of Topps. But even if we knew somebody, they probably can't give out this information. It's not stuff, you can get fired for leaking shit like that. So we just got to be patient and kind of, for me, it's actually worked out perfectly because this year I really want to just really delve into singles and grading and that type of stuff, trying to get some grail cards I've been trying to get my hands on. So that's all I'm really concentrating on right now. So it's kind of good. It gives me a chance, if there was product coming out, I'd have to be doing that. So right now I'm just, saving money. I'm going to go to the Burbank card show in about 2 weeks. And I got a bunch of money saved up. I'm super excited to buy a bunch of cards. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Sounds cool, dude.
I feel bad for someone like you. I mean, you open product all the time, and you're just in this like, I don't know, you just either have to open old shit or something.
I think I'm kind of like in this mood where it's like, you know what? It's good to have this little break here because if I don't have anything to open card wise, that'll force me to come in here and see like, hey, what do I have here? And it'll kind of force me to kind of clean some stuff up, get rid of some stuff. Like I've been listing some stuff on eBay over the past few weeks. I've been, selling some stuff here and there and just, trying to get rid of stuff. But, I've sold like 12 cards,
Yeah.
it's not even anywhere close to what I need to get rid of. So, yeah, I think I need to make I haven't made one base set from 2023 yet. So I have all my base cards still out from the entire 2023. So Prism's out, Select's out, Donruss is out, Chronicles is out. Thankfully, I don't have too much Chronicles or Donruss, so that's good. And I got a bunch of optics sitting here that I need to at least make my base sets and then put everything else away. Because, what do you do with your extra cards? Just hold on to them, because everyone always asks me, what do you really do with your extra cards? Get one of these giant boxes right here and stack them up in the corner. That's exactly what I do with them. Yeah, I don't know, Joe. I truly don't.
You know what I tried recently was consignment with DC Sports.
Okay.
Or like cards that are like $2 to $5, like God, what would it be, like a Red Wave Sean O'Malley, or just cards that's like I said, $2 to $5. And I had a whole stack of them, and I'm like, I don't collect these guys, any of them, so I just send them to that place, and then like 10 days later they put them on eBay. They do everything for you. 10 days later I had all the sales, and then you just directly deposit the money back in your bank account. It was fucking awesome. I was so excited about how it worked. They take way more than eBay. You almost lose about 40%, but not having, it would have taken me 3 weeks to list all those cards.
I got you, dude. I think maybe once I come down to like the end where it's like I have all these shits, because I think I'm gonna list every card that's worth over $5. So $5 and up, I'm actually gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna list it. I think everything else I'll just probably send to some place like that. Or what I've been doing is everyone that buys a card from me, I have like a free shit stack. I'll just grab a few cards from there and and they're all like silvers, greens, like all the shits. Nothing's a base card. So I think like I get some pretty good eBay feedback, like, hey, if I can toss in some extra cards now, I'm like, cool. I didn't want the Jarzinia Rosenstruck patch anyway, it's like it's just taking up room in here, so enjoy it. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah,
just have so much shit, dude. I have to get rid of some stuff, dude. But let's get to a few more comments in here. I did see a few more that I would like to get Joe's opinion on. Oh man, here we go. Here it is. I was at my local card shop, passed on Pursing and Immaculate. Saw a little kid hit a bow on card auto out of 25 when I got home and cried. Yeah, that would probably happen to me as well, dude. Not gonna lie, that's kind of rough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good card. I mean, it's crazy how many cards Bo signed. I'm seeing a lot of people pull those on card autos. It's pretty sick.
I need to buy one.
Yeah,
because I'm not buying another box. I refuse. I'm not.
I'm still. I mean, I like what I've seen from Bo so far, but I still like everyone acting like he's just. I could see him getting knocked out. Like it's very possible it could happen sometime soon. And it's like all these people spending fucking unreal amounts of money on him is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, dude, it's like Hezbollah. Absolutely nuts. What if he gets knocked out?
I think Bo has a better chance of doing some good things in the UFC.
But do you guys think it's worth grading any one of one? Joe, do you even have any one of one cards?
I do not. I wish I did. But I would grade it if I did. I'm big on encapsulating things no matter what. I wouldn't care about the grade at all. It's just making sure it's safe in there. And I like one touches, but I don't feel like they're that as secure as a nice, slab. So
I guess I'm the exact opposite. Like but the only I like the one touch I'm gonna get is this one specifically. It's the one. It's called a Pro Mold.
Oh yeah.
And you can it has the sleeve and the one touch. It's the only one touch that I'll use just because if I'm gonna put it in a one touch, it's got to have a sleeve on it. I'm not gonna put it in there without a sleeve. So I personally like these because I don't trust anyone, because that's the person that I am. If I have a 1 of 1 and you want me to mail that across the country via USPS, oh, have you guys seen some of the boxes that I get in the mail?
Yeah.
It's risky, dude. It's risky. So personally, one of ones for me, they're gonna go in that one touch, and then it is never leaving my possession unless I'm there at all times for the most part.
Well, you can grade in person if you go to shows. So if you ever went to a big show, you could do something like that if you wanted to. But I mean, there's plenty of people out there just don't grade cards. They just put it in a one touch, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's got their own preference. I'm waiting on Israel Adesanya Prism and Bo Nickel from Select. Interesting. I didn't know.
You'll probably get that Bo Nickel soon.
Yeah, I didn't know Bo signed in Select. I thought one of the products he didn't sign in was it. What product didn't he sign in? It was one.
I'd have to look back at the checklist, man. It feels like all those sets were a million years ago.
Dude, it really does. I mean, it was last year, dude. Yeah. From Immaculate, I've heard Micaiah, Sean, and Islam should be safe, but they're still collecting fighters from redemptions. I think there are some contract issues. Yeah, dude.
Chris Stache, where do you hear this stuff from? Where are you hearing that? I'm always curious. I'm just wondering. I want to know where to find stuff like that out.
Yeah, that would be absolutely nuts to bring some little gems of information here. What's both of your favorite most UFC or MMA item that's not a card? Oh, it's not a card? Interesting. I don't know. If I could pick something, I would say probably an autographed championship belt from an event or some shit like that. I think that would be absolutely nuts. But I mean, I don't know where you could get anything like that.
Wait, is he talking about what we have or what we would want?
See, I have no clue. Now I'm just confused. Derek, I have no clue what you're asking, brother. If I could get a belt, that would be fantastic. I don't have one, but that I have. I mean, I really don't have anything cool from any events. I mean, I guess the coolest thing I have with the story is probably the Michael Chandler howler head, because I actually stood in line and actually met a few people that were actually fans of the channel while I was in the line standing. So that's probably the coolest thing I have, with a little story to it. You got anything, Joe?
I was just talking to you about it earlier. I had so many fighters in my studio, and I never asked them to sign anything. And then once I realized that this was going to end and I wasn't going to be able to photograph UFC fighters anymore, BJ Penn came in, and he's the one person I got to sign a glove for me. So he signed a glove, and it's personally signed. It says my name and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, dude. That's always super dope that you get someone signed just for you. Guys, I thought you guys had the inside scoop. Darn it.
All right, Cloudsy.
I'm sorry, Cloudsy. Dude, Cloudsy dude, I watch Cloudsy's videos and I'm just smiling the whole time. I'm like, yes. Someone is as hype about certain fights as I am, dude. I go to Cloudsy's channel he's so hyped for these fights, it just gets me ready for the fight. So if you guys want to get ready for some fights before you want to open some UFC cards, watch Cloudsy's channel. He is for sure an entertaining guy for sure. If you're there Saturday, I'll be there at the Burbank Card Show, Joe. There you go. So dude, Chris Stache will be there at the Burbank Card Show on Saturday.
The one day I'm not going is Saturday. I'm going Friday and Sunday. Saturday is the fight, the Ilya Topuria Volkanovski fight. And yeah, I got to do stuff with my family on Saturday. Fuck, dude, I wish you were there on either the other 2 days.
Crazy how it happens, dude. Matt, you don't make sets with your bulk. I move 1 to 100 base sets. Yeah, my thing is I have to make the whole set and get my whole set first, and usually I'm about 1 or 2 cards short of my personal set that I have to go out and spend $2 on to complete that set. So therefore, I wouldn't have any more full sets, because if I had to buy a couple cards for my set, I don't have the full set. So if I had some extra full sets, I would probably sell, but the amount of time that it would take to sit down and see if I, see how many extra cards I had to make the full set, I don't know if I would sit down and take the time to do that, man. Hezbollah cannot be KO'd the amount of time I was predicting. It was saying, yeah, Matt, you don't want to make base. Yeah, I think he just asked that. Being in the printing industry, website, big presses, if they hit, my guess, art design production late, early fall, just my guess. So, okay, so late summer, early fall for Tops. That's what Natty Beastcat.
I've heard they're already having people sign, which makes me think they're already designing and production and stuff like that. But again, that's all just rumors. One thing I have noticed though, when Topps does release like baseball cards and stuff, they do a pre-sale almost a month before it comes out. So a lot of people like I think Topps Series 1 is coming out, and they just did a pre-sale, but it's not actually coming out till March, but you can buy it this early. So if they do that with UFC, that means, even if they announce it, they still have a month before they even, they're going to put it up for pre-sale, then it'll come out a month later. So I don't think we're going to have anything. I mean, I can't imagine we'd have anything by the end of March, early April, something like that.
We can only hope, Joe. We can only hope. What's going on, Rainin? How you doing? We need Topps to give me an MVP rookie card. That'd be dope. Yeah, that'd be dope. Michael Venom page, UFC Facebook group chats. Yeah, how much can you believe those, Joe? I think that's my thing. Some folks have been trying to call Panini. It depends on who they get on the phone, but knows how accurate it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who knows? Do you guys know what the biggest hits in 2012 and 2011 finest hobby boxes? Joe would know that. That's some of his favorite cards.
2011 is what? Dustin Poirier rookie. Who else is in that? Max Holloway rookie, I think. Or maybe he's in 2013. I forget. 2011 is just a beautiful set. Like, not even just the rookies. That's just a really beautifully designed set. 2012 is a weird one with finest. I actually don't know a lot about 2012. Most of the cards I want are either 2011 or 2013. But an easy way to look at that is just, do an eBay search, write 2011 Topps Finest UFC, and then go to the sold listings and then list by the highest sale, and you'll immediately see what the biggest hits are. You're going to see, whatever the biggest rookies are. You're going to see all the one-of-ones that have come out. That's a good way to see like what the best stuff in a box is. The problem with those old hobby boxes though is a lot of the one-of-ones have been pulled. So, you have to figure out what you're missing, what's still out there. That guy, MMA Checklist, has a database of all the one-of-ones, but I think he just does Panini. He hasn't done Topps.
Yeah, dude, it'd be tough to track down because, what if a person, gets one and then just doesn't know or doesn't take a picture, It's like, you have to be chasing a card that's already been pulled by some 9-year-old that he just don't know and just sitting in his closet.
That is true. That's true.
Joe, have you done any deals with UFC Card Father?
That is my plan for the Burbank Card Show. I have been saving up for the last 3 months just to buy cards from the UFC Card Father. So him and I are going to meet up. I'm going to try to do a little interview with him if I can. Probably nothing crazy because every time I try to film at those big card shows, it's really hard. But I do want to talk to him a little bit, and I'm definitely going to be buying some cards from him.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. We got Cloudsy in here. Appreciate you, Cloudsy. Cloudsy's disclaimer is the best. Autograph fight posters are pretty collectible. Yeah, so much money, dude. A few of them are, and so big, dude. It's like $500 for this giant poster. Like, what am I going to even do with this, What's your favorite UFC fight of all time, Joe?
It's such a
Yeah, that's a tough
cliche, but
question.
I mean, the one that was the most impactful was Habib Connor.
Yeah, I got the
I
poster
just
right up here. Yeah, me too. Me too, dude. I mean, how can it not be? It's like everyone's eyes were on that fight,
yeah,
dude.
it was one of the most electric things ever. Yeah, like you said, it felt like the entire world was watching that, and then all the shit that went down. I mean, it was just it delivered on all levels, you know.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to meet next time, Joe. Excited to see Eric. Yeah, UFC card father. Pulled a Hezbollah out of 99, probably worth $1. If you pulled it release day, that shit would have been worth like,
Yeah.
$1,000.
Man, the beginning of this year was, I mean, 2023 was crazy with that Hezbollah shit, man.
Dude, it was absolutely nuts. 2011 has
Oh,
DJ.
DJ, that's right. Yeah, DJ's rookies in there as well.
All right, 2011 first Weidman auto. I don't care to open. I don't dare to open them. 2011, who's the auto rookie year?
Aldo, that's another one.
This is wild. Brand new to UFC card collecting game. A huge fan of UFC. You two are the only two channels I looked at to learn. I appreciate that main event. Yeah, we're just two regular dudes that, just I guess started opening up UFC cards on YouTube one day, and people enjoy the content. So we truly appreciate all y'all with the nice, kind words. I know Joe appreciates it because Joe's a little bit older, and he this isn't something he's always done, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, I look forward to this all the time, because I actually don't do the live stuff too much because I don't know how to do it. The cool thing about this is Matt takes care of it all. I do want to start trying to see if I can get some interviews with some people. So I do need to learn how to set it up and get it going. But just being able to talk to people. I mean, people hit me up in DMs all the time, and I try to talk if I can, if I have time, like late at night and stuff like that. So anytime, if you guys want to hit me up on Instagram, if you have any questions, especially like new people who have questions, I'm always happy to answer. And keep an eye out for there's a bunch of other channels too. Main event. There's Box Alarm Trading, UFC Card Talk, a bunch of people that have really great stuff. So there's more than ever. When me and Matt started, there was nobody. It was Macy, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's it, dude. Yeah. So, do you guys, do you think Chronicles Blasters or Optic had more hits? I would say probably Chronicles. That'd be my guess. Not regular dudes. You are one of ones. I appreciate it.
That's just best, man.
I appreciate it, dude. Just joining. Any news on House 2024? No, not yet, brother. We wish. That's what we were just now talking about. And so far, no news. I haven't heard anything. Joe hasn't heard anything. Great content. You guys are great for the hobby. I appreciate it, man. You're a true gem, brother. So bummed. A guy I invested into, Mike Malott, lost to Neil Magny. Have you guys had any prospects you're invested into have busted? I know personally, with my interview with the UFC card father, he spent $1,600 on a 1-of-1 Cody Garbrandt back in the day. So I don't think anyone feels it more than him. However, anyone that I have bought that's been a bust. Yeah, I bought some Adrian Yanez cards, and he's lost 2 times now since I bought the cards. I think maybe Patty, a lot of people might be calling Patty a bust, even though he hasn't lost in the UFC yet. But I think maybe 2 people that probably weren't the best buys ever. How about you, Jeff?
I feel like in the beginning, when I first got into this, when 21 Prism came out, that's all I wanted was rookie cards. I was like, oh, we're gonna get this, and these guys are gonna blow up. And you just start to realize in the UFC, these guys have one loss, and then all of a sudden everybody's not, like I remember when I started. Obviously Hamzat's the big one in that set, but Cyril Gane was huge. Everybody wanted Cyril Gane cards, so I had a couple Cyril Ganes, and now nobody really gives a shit about that guy, and just lost a couple fights. He's still an amazing fighter. So that's the hard part about the prospecting. Who else have I lost on? I'm trying to think of who in 2022. The only people I collect in 2022 is Ilya and Shavkat, and they're both doing pretty good. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I'm blanking right now, but I have definitely lost on prospects. I mean, that's the game, Hopefully you don't spend too much. That's why, honestly, like if I spend a lot of money on a single these days, it's somebody who's been around for a while, because I really need to know if I don't like like blowing money on somebody if I'm not going to like it later on. So I make sure I really like that fighter. I mean, most of the stuff I'm spending a lot of money on are fighters that I PC because I met them at some point or something like that. So I don't care if they win or lose. So that helps a lot. Jalen Turner's another one. I mean, Jalen's like, because I got to spend some time with him, I collect him, and he had some amazing fights, and then he lost some fights, and hopefully he's back on the winning track again, and maybe he'll get a shot at the title. But even if he doesn't, the dude's awesome. I've had really, really wonderful times with him. So that's kind of how I go about it for the most part.
Hell yeah, dude. And it's the small things like that that just kind of make the hobby worth collecting for the most part. Yeah, I think one of the worst buys that I've made at the time was I made the entire 2021 Prism set in 2021, the red out of 275. Yeah. I made that entire set in 2021. So some of the card prices were just so much money, and I paid a lot for them, and just I can get the same cards for like $20 now that I paid like $200 before. So I just feel like an idiot. But
Dude, real quick, did you see Steve Aoki's posts on Instagram? Dude,
yeah, with like the rainbow of like the Sean O'Malley, like the rainbow of Kamzat, the rainbow of Connor. It's like Jesus, and it's all PSA 10s too. Like it ain't even like.
I think he was buying those back then too. So he was buying high. I mean, the guy's rich as hell, so he doesn't give a shit. But I would remember watching that, going, "Oh my god!" I'm doing the math of like what some of those low numbered, like the Connor and the O'Malley's and the Hamza. I mean, he picked all the most expensive cards, and they're just like on his wall. That's craziness. He'd be an interesting dude to interview. I wouldn't mind trying to work that out at some point, because he'd be a fascinating person to talk to.
It'd be interesting, man. I just kind of feel like some people are like too big, and it's like I wouldn't even want to try to reach out to him. Fun content, y'all. Love the folks over at Box Alarm Trading as well. Yeah, Zach and Eric are also put out great content as well. Hit that thumbs up button. What's up, Cloudsy? Appreciate it, Joshua. And yeah, what's going on, Cloudsy? Ouch. I'll buy Matt $100 worth of cards if he shaves his beard and has a mustache competition with Joe. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that, Matt. So Matt Wade grew up in my hometown, Joe. So me and Matt went to elementary school together, middle school together, high school together. When I joined the Navy, Matt was in my hometown. I got out of the Navy, and Matt was joining the Navy as I was getting out of the Navy. Oh, no so Matt's in your neck of the woods over there, California. He's over there. So Matt, I might be out there one day, dude. I need to
come give him a visit.
Yeah, dude. Who knows? But he's probably like San Diego. That's a few hours from you, Joe.
Yeah.
Is McGregor versus the S3 the best matchup UFC can make this year? I don't think so. I'm not interested in that. Not even in the slightest. Yeah. It would be a big pay-per-view, but it's just not something that I'm personally interested in. Yeah, Matt Wade. Trying to work out some UFC card deals with Anderson Silva's old manager, Ed Soares, as we speak. How well do you know Ed?
Joe, I don't know Ed at all.
Yeah, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, Joe. That's the only thing. I think we're through the chat now. I don't really have anything else I wanted to mention as far as Immaculate or UFC cards. We kind of talked about, upcoming sets when we think it's coming. Do you know anything else that you would want to talk about, Joe?
Man, I don't know. Not really. I'm, just wanted to jump in the chat and hear what everybody's got to say. I will say, I was pleasantly surprised by the Immaculate video. I didn't know if I was going to get like torn apart for making that video, because it really seemed like everybody really liked that product, and I just didn't like it at all, and I didn't know how people were going to receive that. And I got so many like positive messages, like, yes, we totally agree with you, it's garbage and all this stuff. There's a couple of people obviously who like it, and I get it, but I just felt the need to really call it out. And, hopefully if you make a video like that, some of these people at some of these card companies will see it and know what to do differently and what to do better. So that was cool making that video.
Do you think they see our videos?
I don't know. The guy I used to talk to at Panini, he would watch all kinds of stuff. He was a marketing guy at Panini, and he would watch all types of YouTube channels because he knows, that's where the real collectors are. It's the people who are on the ground doing this stuff. It's, we know what we like. We know what the audience likes and all that stuff. So I think it would be good for them to find it. And I imagine if I was Topps and I worked at the UFC card division, I would Google on YouTube, UFC card YouTube channels and see what's out there.
Yeah, you would think they would. You would think, but I don't know. I think I've seen people tag me under like other people's, like the Michael Rubin dude, and it's like, dude, he doesn't care.
No, I don't think Michael Rubin would, but like the head marketing guy for the UFC division of Topps probably does cruise around on YouTube to see what's out there and what people are talking about. I mean, it would be smart. You're trying to sell this product and make millions of dollars. It'd be smart to see what people are talking about out there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe there's a very good chance we're just talking to the people that we're talking to in the chat. And that's about it. But maybe I'm putting us up a little high.
Yeah, but yeah, Joe, I don't want to hold you up too much, man. We've been here an hour or so, 50 minutes. Kind of a shorter one. I know you got a long drive back to
that I do.
like to your home. If you don't have anything else, Joe, I mean, we could say goodbye and get out of here, Joe.
For sure. I do have a video. Well, I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm going to have a video coming out pretty soon that is kind of a fun one. I got all these UFC magazines from 2011, 2011.
You want to show them again? So
Sure.
So you're full screen.
Yeah. Ariani. Anyway, I won't tell you all about it, but it's kind of interesting. I had to find all those on eBay, and there's a reason why I have all of them. I'm gonna make a video about it. So look for that. I probably have it out by next week. I'm really trying to put out more stuff, one a week if I can, the Immaculate video. I just filmed that at my house, just, with a microphone, just looking at a screen. So if I can start doing that, I'll be able to put out more stuff. And, if you guys have any, questions or things you want to see in videos, let me know. If I can do it, I can do it. And then the Burbank card show, I am going to do, I'm going to really try hard to make a good video this time. I'm doing a full day, which is Friday. I'm just going to buy cards. I'm not going to think about filming. I'm just going to enjoy the show, talk to all the people. And then I'm going to go back on Sunday with my son, and he's going to be my cameraman. And we're going to try to do interviews and stuff like that and really make a good video, because filming outside of here is really hard, and I'm trying to get better at it. So as Matt knows, because he's done the event stuff, it's hard, man.
There's a lot of people, dude. And it's like you film so much extra stuff that you don't even use, dude. It's just you're can't use this because there's a song in it, or can't use this because there's this in it. There's always kind of something here or there that gets in your way, Joe. But I can speak, I think, for everyone when I say, as long as you put something out, dude, I will watch it. I'm interested in your opinions on the UFC card market and all of that, dude. Whether it's you're opening something, showing something, or you're just talking, I will personally watch your video, Joe. I appreciate everything you do, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you as well. And everybody, I know you guys are looking to us to try to find out what's going on with Topps. And I guarantee you, if either of us hear any whisper of anything, we're going to be racing to get some sort of word out there to all of y'all. So as soon as we find out anything, and and same thing, Chris Stache, if you hear things on the Facebook groups, let us know, because I don't go on Facebook groups too often. Again, I just don't have the time, but I know there's a lot of people on there, that talk, and I think that's where that photo got leaked from that box. So there's a lot of people on there. Yeah, you want to do the last bit of questions, and we'll
yeah. Are you guys gonna have a bet for Sean Cheetah fight?
We should.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. When it gets a little bit closer, I'll reach out. I'll reach out to Joe. Money's in for Sugar Sean for sure. Yeah, not too much though, Matt. What's up with Macy Collectible? Stop halfway through trivia.
He just disappeared again.
I don't know.
I might hit him up just to see if he's all right, because that was weird. He seemed really excited, and then he's just gone.
Yeah. All right. We appreciate you guys. Everyone stay safe. Appreciate it, Lushlow, man. I know Joe's a Cheeto fan, but they should make a fun side bet. Yeah. We for sure will. Thanks,
Tim.
guys. Subscribe to you, Joe. Hell yeah. And he's not the only one. We all appreciate you. That's right, Joe.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Luke.
You know, everyone loves your videos, Joe. If Matt likes Joe, then Matt likes Joe's card stats for President 2024. Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. With that being said, I'm not going to hold you up anymore. I'm going to leave you guys with one little nugget of my video coming out this week. I'm going to leave it right here. What is that? Let's see if we can get a decent focus here.
I see what that says.
What does it say, Joe?
A 1? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, there you go. Platinum. 1 of 1, baby. Platinum 1 of 1. Joe.
What are you, a 1 of 1 magnet now, man?
I wish. I think I'll show it to you after the chat real quick. With that being said, we'll catch y'all later. Catch y'all next month right back here on mine and Joe's channels. If y'all haven't already, please do us a favor and hit that thumbs up button on both mine and Joe's video. And if you're not subscribed to both of us, both of our links are in the description to this video. Make sure you check out both of our channels. Give us a both subscribe and all that good stuff. With that being said, my name is Matt. Joe's card stash is on that cyber screen, and we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Thanks, guys.